And retail crime has gotten so bad that impacted costs are sitting at around $2.6 billion annually. Retail New Zealand's latest retail crime report has unveiled some disturbing stats. 92% of those surveyed experience crime in the last year. That's up from 81% from the last survey in 2017. And Retail New Zealand Chief Executive Carolyn Young is with us this morning. Carolyn, good morning.
Morena.
Is that quite a shocking number to you? It seems on the face of it quite concerning.
It's a huge number, isn't it? And we're seeing year-on-year increases in crime at the moment, and it's really disconcerting to see that level increase from 2.6 from 1.1 6 years ago. But what we're seeing in addition to that is actually a lot of some very significant aggressive and violent behaviour towards staff and sometimes customers, and that's a concern. That's a concern about the safety and welfare of our employees in our shops.
Did you drill down into the 92% who've been affected by retail crime? Did you drill down to find out what percent was violent versus, stealing a small item?
Yeah, so there's quite a few numbers involved in the report, and certainly the 92% we know that there's about 37% of people have had a robbery, which involves violent crime, but there's also 60-odd% that are actually just violent and aggressive behaviour towards people. So it's quite a shift in sort of the fabric of what's actually socially acceptable in our stores and how we engage with each other, and we really need to see a change in those behaviours.
Carolyn, what do you think is behind that? Do the store owners that you speak to have any idea what is behind that? Not
specifically, no, but we have seen a significant increase in the crime and aggressive behaviour since COVID, and it does feel that there's just been a real rise in things since then. We are seeing, there's a significant portion of organised crime where people are, either gangs or people that are buying or stealing to order. Sorry, not buying, but they're stealing to order, and that's a real concern. We've got young people who are wanting to gain notoriety on social media, and these sort of methods weren't around, not to the same level as what they are now 6 years ago. So different mechanisms for people to gain notoriety means that people are using ram raids and videos and putting them on social media to become famous.
Yeah, obviously this is something that we care about and we should care about, but it particularly affects those shop owners and those retail staff. But for those who are buying products, $2.6 billion, the cost to business every year, is huge. And as you said, has more than doubled since the last survey. How much do you think, if we took a can of Coke, for example, how much is the cost of crime on what we're purchasing?
Well, there has to be some downstream effect, right, because you can't absorb all of those costs yourself, but certainly retailers have absorbed a lot of costs in terms of prevention of crime and the investment of security and all sorts of things. But there is a flow-on effect to the economy, so that does flow through in terms of price increases.
And just finally, in terms of AI and trying to get a handle on, facial identification, that sort of stuff, do you have the regulations in place to be able to do that yet? Are people able to do that? Are they doing that?
No, so current technology and future technology is moving really quickly. So there is Foodstuffs North Island are testing and trialling in November. They're starting a 6-month trial of facial recognition, which is really about it's about safety. So it's about identifying people that are repeat offenders. So they've been trespassed from their stores. They've got a photograph of those people, and as they come through the store, they can actually identify that they're someone that shouldn't be in the store. If you're just the general public coming through to do your shopping, your image is deleted immediately because it's not matched to someone that's already identified. So it's about keeping the store safe for both customers and staff, and making sure that people that are offending aren't coming back in through the store. So they're going to do a trial. It's got some independent review that's working alongside them to ensure that there's good mechanisms that are going to be put in place to make sure that the right things are happening and materials not stored in an incorrect way. It'll go back through the Privacy Commissioner and work out where to from there. And certainly, you know, other stores are looking at things like number plate recognition and other technologies. And so these things are a number of tools that are being used to support protecting staff and customers.
Carolyn, thanks so much for your time this morning. Retail New Zealand's Chief Executive Carolyn Young talking there about theft. 92% of shops, retail stores surveyed said that they had experienced some type of retail crime in the last year. It's 14 after 7.